Don't get cut up into pieces by web designers. Let my friends at eMediaCoach.com show you how to get everything for virtually nothing. Oh yeah!
Here is exactly what your website will look like if you follow along with this video in about an hour. We will be using a free platform called Wordpress. You've probably never heard of it, but here are some well-known users who currently rely on and trust WordPress for their websites. You've got CNN, New York Times, Forbes, UPS, Sony, Jay-Z, Katy Perry, and a bunch of other well-known names who all rely on WordPress. Now we're going to build a website on the very same platform these guys are using. Let's go through some of its features. As you can see, it looks clean, modern, professional, and of course we will customize all of the information on it for your business. It'll have nice drop-down menus, which you can lay out in any order you like. It's really easy and no coding involved. You just need to drag and drop. So I'll show you how to do that. I'll also show you how to put in a dynamic Google map, like the one you see here. This is great if you have a shopfront. We'll also make a contact form, which your customers can fill, and the details will land directly into your email inbox. Here's another dynamic Google map in the contact area of your website. On top of that, we'll also help you use social media with social icons, as you see here. And here's the Facebook like box, where users can like your page directly from the website itself. To top it all off, we'll show you how to implement the image slider you see here. And all of this step by step from beginning to end. Just follow along. As you can tell, it's a sleek professional website design that any web developer would charge at least a couple of $1,000s to implement for you. However, we're going to show you how to get all of this for virtually nothing. It will be easier than you think, so don't worry. Plus, if you need any clarifications along the way, don't be afraid to ask in the comments below or by email. There are probably 10 other people with the same question, so don't be afraid to ask in the comments and we will answer. Let's begin. Now, an important question for you is how much is all of this going to cost you? Firstly, your domain, and that's basically your address on the internet, www.yourbusinessname.com. That's up to you to decide. That will be about $11 for a whole year. Secondly, web hosting at about $5 a month. And hosting is just another way of saying a computer where all of your website files are stored and available for access 24/7. A domain without hosting will just be a blank page. So these are the two essentials that you do need to run a website. Thirdly, web design usually costs thousands of dollars, but we'll show you how to get that for nothing. And full website setup and configuration. Once again, web designers and web agencies will charge thousands of dollars for these two items, and that's what this tutorial is all about, to show you how to get all of this for virtually nothing. Now here's just an overview of what we're going to take you through in this video step by step. Firstly, getting a domain. We'll show you how to do that. Then getting web hosting. Then installing your website and also the web design, and last of all your website setup and configuration. Now don't worry if this sounds a bit complicated. Everything is going to be explained in detail. It's actually much simpler than you're probably thinking right now. So don't worry at all. You don't need to know anything technical or have any knowledge of coding or any of that stuff. It's going to be very straightforward. So let's start with the first thing on the list, getting a domain. I'll just need you to open up your web browser and go to namecheap.com. This is actually an excellent domain name registration company, and to be honest, I've got about 25 to 30 domains with them, and it's just very easy to manage a domain within your account here. So that's why I choose them. And anything we recommend in this video are things that we actually use ourselves and have been using for a long time. Just wanted to make that clear. First thing you need to do is make an account. So just click the sign up button there. Enter in your desired username and your password. Your first and last name and your email address. Then if you want to stay subscribed to the newsletter, keep this checked, or you can uncheck that. Click Create Account. Now after you're logged in, just scroll over to Domains, and we want to register a domain. So just click there. In this box here, just enter the .com that you're after. Now have a think about what you want for your business, and remember this is going to be your own personal address on the internet, so have a think about it. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to register a domain called gymsphysio.com. Firstly, we need to check if it's available. So we just enter our domain name there and click the search button. As you can see, gymsphysio.com is available. So now we can go on and register that domain. So hit Add to Cart. Select your duration of registration. For now, we'll just leave this at 1 year. That's fine. Free WhoisGuard is basically domain privacy, so nobody can see your name or email address under which your domain is registered. And by default, we'll leave that at 1 year. And it's free for the first year and $2.88 for every year thereafter. So we'll leave that for now. So now just scroll down and check out. When you get to this page, just fill out the details that are required. Your first name, last name, street address, city, state, postcode, country, email address and phone number. Then just click on the copy information from registrant contact. That's the registrant contact. And so you just want to copy your information into all these fields below. Then hit save and continue. I'm going to pause this video while I fill all of that information out. And here we are. All the information is filled out as required. I've just had to enter the first administrative contact fields and then just click on this copy from link there. So it just copies the information across. Save and continue. When you get to this page, leave the automatically renew before expiration checked. Leave enable WhoisGuard checked. And leave automatically renew WhoisGuard checked. Leave that as default. Use our free name service. We'll change that later on. And don't change any of these fields either. Then hit save and continue. Now you've got the option of paying with a credit card or paying by PayPal. I'm going to pay for this domain by credit card. Once again, I'll just pause this video while I fill out my credit card details. After that's done, just hit the save and charge button and it will process your order. That's done. Congratulations, you now own your very first .com domain name. So that's it for getting a domain name. We can tick that off the list. Completed. So the next thing on the list is to get a web hosting account. Also keep in mind there is a web page linked in the description box below this video. This is very important because in the future, if we need to make any updates or clarifications about anything in this video, it will be provided on that page. That's just because we can't edit this video once it's uploaded to YouTube. And so if a text box does pop up, please read it. Have a look at that web page for updates, because it will have been placed there by one of us to clarify something or advise you of an update. So I'll just make a note of that here. Check description for updates. For web hosting, we use a service called HostGator. Just go to your web browser and type in HostGator, HostGator.com. Now, we've been using this host for a long time. I personally have a lot of websites hosted with this company. Basically, they're just one of the biggest in the world. They're very reliable and very, very cost effective. If you have a look here, they're hosting over 9 million domains as at right now. Not just that, their support is excellent as well. I've never had an issue in the 7 or 8 years I've been running websites. But if you do, their live chat is open 24/7 and they'll help you with any problem you face. To sign up for your hosting, just scroll over to the web hosting tab. There are 3 plans they offer: Hatchling, Baby, and Business. They're basically all the same, except Hatchling only allows you to host one single domain within one account, whereas Baby and Business will allow you to host unlimited number of domains. And since this is your first website, the Hatchling plan will be more than enough. Clicking on the drop-down box will just show you their rates for 3 years, 2 years, a year, 6 months, and monthly. Normally I subscribe for 3 years at a time. It's got the best rate, but this is a sample website that I'm building for this particular tutorial. So for the time being, I'm going to choose 1 year. And I wouldn't recommend choosing 6 months or monthly because it is much more expensive. And all in all, if you're not happy with HostGator, I actually forgot to mention, I'll just go back here and show you. They do have a 45-day money-back guarantee, and that's no questions asked. If anything does not go right, or if you're not satisfied with anything to do with this hosting company, they will refund you in full, regardless of if you subscribe for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Within that 45-day money-back guarantee period, they will refund you. So you can rely on them, and they are very trustable. I'll just go back to the order page. I'll subscribe for 1 year. Click order now. We've already purchased a domain, so hit the I already own this domain and enter your domain name that you chose. In our case, it was jimsphysio.com. These upsells over here are not necessary unless you really want to get the .net, .org, etc., but they're not necessary. Just double check the plan and the price per month. And it does say 20% off, but hold on a second, I'm just going to show you how to get an even bigger discount of 25% off. Just scroll down and deselect any of these add-ons that are checked. We don't need any of those. And keep going down and just look at your total. Right now it's 66. Delete this coupon code, whatever is in that box there, and enter this one instead. HostMost25. Double check that spelling, otherwise it will not be applied. HostMost25. And click validate. You'll see that the total due has changed. It's lower now because it's now a 25% off discount coupon. Now go up and complete the rest of the details that are required. Once again, I'll pause this video while I do that. Once that's done, just scroll down. Tick the I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions and click create account. So you're aware, I may get a small affiliate commission for the referral, which basically goes towards helping us produce these free tutorials. If you want to sign up with another host of your choosing, then feel free. But just so you know, all the steps from here on in to building your website will be done from my own HostGator account. So if you sign up with another provider, you may or may not be able to follow along. Once that's processed, you'll receive a confirmation message on your screen, and you'll also receive an email in your email address that you specified when you signed up for that hosting account. It basically gives you an outline of your order, your username, the domain you registered, your password, and a few other details which I'll run through with you. For now, we can tick off our second step, get web hosting. Also, just check the description under this video for updates, because if there has been a change or we recommend anything else, then that will be detailed in the web page below. So that is now complete. Our next step is to install our website and the web design. So now we're getting to the good stuff. To do that, first we need to link up our domain that we bought with this hosting account. Go back to your Namecheap account. Enter your login credentials and log in. Click on View the number of domains in your account. Here you'll see your domains pop up. We've obviously got 2 so far. Our original eMediaCoach.com and the one we just purchased, jimsphysio.com. So click on your domain name. Go to Transfer DNS to Web Host. Scroll down, and in this first box you'll just need to copy and paste this first name server. So just copy, paste, and the same for the second name server, and hit Save Changes. Okay, that's updated. All we've done there is to point our domain to our hosting account. Our next step is to log into our hosting account. So just click on that link there, the control panel link, copy and paste the username and password. Click Login. That will direct you to what is known as cPanel, or the control panel. What we'll do now is install our website. As mentioned before, we're going to be using WordPress. Scroll down and find Fantastico Deluxe under the Software Services tab. Click on that. Click on WordPress. And we want a new installation. Your domain should appear in this field here. In the next field, Install in Directory, make sure that's blank, and that is extremely important, that there is nothing in that field. Now select a administrator username. I'm just going to use admin. And select a password. For this, I'll just use Jim's password. Please write these 2 bits of information down, because they'll be extremely important when we are logging in to our website. Admin nickname you can leave blank. Admin email address, we'll just enter our email address. Site name and description, up to you. We'll just enter Jim's Physio for site name. Physiotherapy for sports related injuries. Don't worry too much about that, we will be able to edit that later. Then click on Install WordPress. Click Finish Installation. And there you go, we've installed WordPress on our website. To log in, we'll need to go to this URL here, untitled.yourwebsite.com/wp-admin. Just write that down or keep note of it. So we'll click on that. As you can see, nothing's come up yet. The reason is that when we changed our name servers in our Namecheap domain account to point to our hosting account, these changes may take a while to update. This means it could take 5 or 10 minutes, or it could take about 1 or 2 hours. So if your site isn't loading up yet, that's fine. Just give it a while. Try maybe every half an hour or an hour. Soon enough, it will load up. I'll pause this video now and come back when it's ready. Welcome back. That didn't take too long for me, only about 20 minutes. The best way to refresh the screen is to hold down Control and F5 at the same time. That's actually a hard refresh. Just a little tip there. You'll get to this WordPress login screen. All you need to do now, enter your username and password that you used on the last screen when we installed WordPress. And hit login. This is what your WordPress dashboard will look like. It's basically the control panel and the engine to your website. If you want to see what your site looks like right now, you can absolutely do that. Just open it up in another tab, and that's what it looks like right now. Just a plain page, but it's live and up and running. Anybody can access that right now. The first thing I like to do when I install a fresh version of WordPress is to do a bit of housekeeping. So just go to the Posts tab, All Posts. Trash that Hello World post. It's just a default post that comes with every installation. Hit trash and delete permanently. And do the same for the default page. Then go to Settings, General. Here you can update your site title or tagline if required. But what I need you to do now is to just enter www. Just right there where I'm doing it. And scroll down, click Save Changes. That will then prompt you to log in again. Then we'll go down to Settings and Discussion. What we want to do here is restrict visitors from posting comments that appear on our website. So what you need to do is untick this box here, allow people to post comments on new articles. Go down, tick this box here, automatically close comments on articles older than, put 1 day. And finally, tick off the box that requires an administrator to approve any comments. Then scroll down and hit Save. Next, back to Settings and Permalinks. Now, I'll just show you what a permalink is. I'll make a sample post quickly. Don't worry about following along, just doing this as an example. And I'll just hit publish. When I view this post on our website, even though the title of our page or post here is called Our Services, the URL extension there is a p=6. So what it does is allocate a random page number, and this is not good for optimization purposes because search engines cannot identify what our page is about, and therefore it's a disadvantage to have this permalink system. So what we need to do, just go back to our permalink page and click on this one here, post name, and click Save Changes. Now if I go back to our post and just update that, you'll see that our page here has changed its URL, and if I refresh that, it more accurately reflects what this particular page is about. So it's better for search engines, and it's better also for users. It is now time to install that professional modern website design that we showed you earlier in this video. To do that, please click on the link in the description below this video. That will actually take you to a page on our website. I'll just show it to you here. There it is. The first thing you need to do is go to the Useful Downloads subtitle and click on Vantage Theme Download. Then save this file onto a location which you can easily access. I'm going to save it on my desktop. And just wait till that finishes downloading. Then we go back to our WordPress dashboard, click on Appearance, Themes, Install Themes, Upload, Browse, and just find that file that we downloaded, which is right there, and select Open. Then click Install Now. What this will do is install this design onto your current WordPress website. And then activate. We'll just dismiss this message for now. If you just want to see what change that made to your website, you can have a look. That's actually your website right now. It looks very different, and as you can see, we're getting closer to what we promised you earlier in this video. We'll just close that for now. We can now tick off number 3 on our to-do list, install website and design. That's all done. The rest of this video will be dedicated to setting up your website and configuring its settings just so it looks exactly the same as what we promised at the beginning of this video. And go back to the dashboard. Now that your site has been installed, I'd like you to make a welcome page that shows up on the home page of your website when there's a visitor. Just go down to Pages and add New. Welcome. Now it's up to you what you want to put on this front page, depending on your business. And I'm just going to use a bit of sample text. I'm just going to copy and paste it from another screen I've got here. Now one more thing, just make sure this tab is on visual, not on text. The text tab is if you need to put in any code, and I'll show you that later. We'll need to use that. But for now, go to the visual tab and enter your text. I'm just going to paste mine in. As you can see, you can bold anything you like, italic, etc., etc. So that's pretty self-explanatory there. After you're done entering your text, hit publish. Once that's done, this new page will be live on your website. So let's just have a look at it now. And there it is. We'll just close that for now and go back to the dashboard. If you go back to your website and just hit the refresh button, you'll see that the front page of the website still looks exactly the same. It was just a welcome page that we just made that looked different. So what we're going to do now is set that welcome page to be the front page on your site. So go back to your dashboard and down to settings, reading. Hit that button there, a static page, and we want the front page to be the welcome page. Save changes. Now if we have a look at our website, refresh that. You'll see that the welcome post is showing up on the front page under this slider image. So we're getting one step closer. Next, you'll also notice that there are some random bits of information in this sidebar here, and we want to get rid of that and put in our own custom sidebar. So I'll show you how to do that. In Appearance, Widgets, under the sidebar heading, you'll see there are a number of widgets which we do not need, and they correlate to what's on the site right here. So just click on the down arrow and delete each one of those. And if you go back to our site, refresh, you'll see that's disappeared. There's no sidebar, but don't worry, we're going to put in a custom sidebar with a Facebook like box and a map and perhaps even a phone number. It's really up to you. I'm just showing you what's possible. You can put anything you need on your sidebar. And this sidebar will actually be consistent across all pages on your website, so it will remain a constant across all your pages unless you choose otherwise. So just keep that in mind. Now we'll show you how to install a custom sidebar. Firstly, I'd like you to add a new plugin. A plugin is basically an add-on to your WordPress website, and in this case what we are going to add is a visual text editor to make updating the sidebar easy for you. I'll show you that. Just type in Black Studio and search. This is the one we want here, Black Studio Tiny MCE widget. Install now. Okay. Activate plugin. Then head to Appearance, Widgets. Under this sidebar widget, I want you to hold down your mouse and drag this Black Studio Tiny MCE right there. And see how that's a visual editor where you can bold, italic, or do anything else you want as you would in a post. If you weren't using that, you would be dragging this text editor and you may have to use a little bit of code. So it's just a little bit more complicated. So that's why I love this Black Studio Tiny MCE widget. What I'm going to do is enter a few contact details, because this sidebar widget will be constant across the whole website. It would be good for any customer to easily find our contact details no matter where they are on our site. Phone number. Address, and hit save. So now if we just refresh our website, we have that sidebar right there. So let's now continue. I'm going to add a Facebook widget, and I'm also going to add a small map in there. It's really up to you what you want to add. So I'll just show you how it can be done, and then you can make that decision. I'll just go back to the widget section, drag in another Black Studio Tiny MCE, and every time you drag one under the sidebar heading, it will appear in the sidebar. And if you want to change the order of appearance, all you have to do is just drag and drop. It's as easy as that. No coding necessary. So here we'll add a Google map. For a Google map, we'll just need to open up Maps in the browser. I'm going to just put in some dummy data. You'll have to put in your actual address if you want customers to find you on the map. Let's see. Okay, that'll do. Now to implement that on your site, go to this link over here, click on that, click on Customize and Preview Embedded Map. That will allow you to set a custom width and height for your map, and since our sidebar isn't too wide, we'll need that. For now, let's try 300 by 300 and see how that goes. Scroll down and copy all of this HTML. Right click, copy. Go back to our sidebar. We shouldn't be pasting this under the visual tab because that will not carry the HTML through. We need to hit the HTML tab, enter this code, click save. And just have a look at what that's done to our site. There we go. That map is live and it's dynamic. A visitor can easily find you based on your address. Now I'm going to install a Facebook like box in our sidebar. To do that, open up a new tab and just Google Facebook like box. And it should be that one there. For the purposes of this example, I'm going to use a Facebook page called The Sports PT. Obviously, you would put your own Facebook page in this section. I'll select a width of 300 and a height of 300 and leave everything else as default. This is a preview of what the box will look like in your sidebar. Select Get Code. Copy this first box and paste it into a new sidebar widget under the HTML tab. It's important that it's pasted under the HTML tab, otherwise it will not come up. Then go back and copy the second box and paste that in as well. Hit save, then go to your website, refresh, and we can see what it looks like. And there we go, our Facebook box, where your visitors can easily like your page from your website. It's really great to integrate social media with your website. Now I'm just going to show you how to change the order of anything on the sidebar. Going back to the dashboard, all you need to do to change order, say you want the map on top and the Facebook widget underneath that. It's as easy as dragging and dropping. Once we refresh our page, there you go, all done. So as you can see, that took no knowledge of any technical coding. It was just a lot of copying and pasting and dragging and dropping. Very, very simple stuff. What I'm going to do now is make this home page a little more aesthetic. I'll remove these contact details and I'll add a bit of text and perhaps a picture over here. And of course, you're welcome to do anything you like. It is up to you and your business what you need to display. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes so you know what to do when it comes to it. So I'll just delete this contact widget which contains our phone number and address. Then I will edit the page. Click on the page you want to edit. Scroll down to where you want your image added. Click Add Media. Click Upload Files. Now you can basically drag and drop any file that you want to, any image that you want to place in your post. Once that's uploaded, ensure this box here says full size and insert into page, and that will come up in our post there. Click Update. And let's refresh our page to see what that looks like. So as you can see, that contact phone number and address is gone and we have this new picture here. If you want to change the size of that image, just go back into this section here, click on this tab, Edit Image. Let's say 70%. Update. Update. Now if you refresh this page, you'll see that the image has shrunk. And I'm just going to go back and change the image to its original size. To do that, click on the little tab, Edit, go to Advanced Settings, Original Size, scroll down, Update, Update. And if I refresh that screen, as you can see, it's back to its original size. You can probably get a good feel for your website now. It's starting to take shape and look a lot like we promised. So you're on the right track. Keep going. There's not a lot left to go. Let's now go back to our dashboard and build a contact us page. Under Pages, Add New. You can put in any details that you need. And perhaps even an email address. Now I'm going to show you how to implement a massive Google map on this Contact Us page so that your customers can easily find your business. This is important if you've got a shopfront, so it's easy for people to find you. To do that, go and open another tab. Go to Google Maps. Now enter your address if you've got a street address. I'm going to use some dummy data as per usual. Click on the link, customize and preview embedded map. Now because this page is going to be quite wide, we'll make a pretty big map. Let's try 700 by 350, we'll leave it as it is. And that's a preview of it right there. Go down, copy this code into your widget area. Before you paste, click on the text tab, because if you paste any HTML code in the visual tab, it will not come up. Enter past the data there and paste. Update. You can see what your updated page looks like now. And there you go. There's a Contact Us page with a big Google map. And on this page here, it looks very messy with the sidebar because you've already got a map which comes up on every page that you create. And so what I like to do here is to go back into the edit screen, see where it says template. Instead of default template, which includes the sidebar, I like to choose the full width page just for the contact page. So select that, hit update. Refresh your screen and you'll see that the sidebar disappears and all you've got is the contact details. And now you can make the map even bigger if you like. Let's try a width of 1000 by 400. And delete that and paste the updated code. Update. Refresh our page. And there we go. There's a massive dynamic Google map. This is excellent because it creates a really good user experience with your customers. It's easy for them to find you, and just by implementing this map, it makes your website look up to date, modern and professional, and that's a big reason I like implementing one of these on the contact page. Another cool feature I'd like to show you is a contact form, wherein a customer can fill in a quick form which will instantly be delivered to your email address. To do that, head back in the dashboard. Go to Plugins, Add New. We want a plugin called Contact Form 7. That's the one there. Install. And activate. Go down into the settings, add new form, and let's just title it Contact Us Form and save. Once you've done that, scroll down and double check this email address here. This should be your email address, one that you have access to, because any request that is filled out by a customer through this form will be sent directly to this email address. If that's fine, scroll up, copy this code in brackets, go back to your contact page. And in the text tab, place the form where you'd want it to appear on your website. So this will be just above the map. Update. And let's have a look at that. And there you go, that's your contact form. So it depends what you want on your contact page. That's just another option. Let's test it out. This is from a customer's point of view. As soon as the customer sends that through, when we refresh our email, there it is right there. The customer will have entered their actual email address, so you can directly reply to that query. And there you are, a simple yet effective contact form for your website. Welcome back, everyone. Let's just have a quick look at what we've achieved so far. Here's our website. As you can see, we still have the default logo and the default headings, as well as the default slider images. However, we have completed our homepage, our welcome page, implemented a Google map, implemented the Facebook like box, and we also have our contact us page. The next thing we're going to work on is the actual content on our website. Obviously, right now we've got a physio website, but we haven't actually got any information about physiotherapy or the products or services we offer. So that's the next thing we're going to work on. What I'd like you to do is go back into your WordPress admin account. So that's basically your domainname.com/wp-admin. I was already logged in, so it went straight in. If you weren't already logged in, it would ask you for your password. I want to create a bit of information about our services. So let's go down to Pages, Add New. We'll create a page called Our Services. I'm just going to enter some quick dummy text in here. And click Publish. The next thing I'm going to do is create a new page for each one of these services that we offer. So again, create new page. And I'll put in some dummy text and perhaps even add a picture to go with it. And publish. I'll do exactly the same thing for the other 3 services that are listed. And I'll also create a new page for frequently asked questions, which a lot of businesses have on their website. So maybe they can be in dot point. With the answers below, you get the point. Now that we've created those pages, if we go to our website, you'll notice that they're all listed in the top menu bar and it looks very messy. What we're going to do now is organize this menu bar. To do that, go back into your dashboard. Under Appearance, go to Menus. Enter a new menu name. In this instance, we'll call it the header. Create menu. The primary menu we're going to use is the header, so select that, save. Now scroll down and you'll notice the pages we created are listed here. The ones that you want in your menu, just tick them off. So we'll choose all of these. Add to menu. On top of that, I will create a menu for the home page. So I'll just highlight our home page URL, enter it there in custom links, label it as home, and add that to menu. Press save menu. Now if you refresh the site, you'll notice nothing's really changed. But now here's the interesting part. All you need to do is drag and drop these items according to where you want them in your menu. So home first, frequently asked questions we'll put second last, we'll put services after home, and all these items here, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all part of our services. What we could do with this is form a drop-down menu. Basically drag it so that there's a slight indent after the Our Services section. Same for the other ones. This is basically a sub menu under the main menu. So if we click Save Menu now and then reload our website, now this looks awesome. We've got a professional looking website with a professional menu, and if we scroll our mouse over Our Services, the other drop down menus appear, and each one of these link to the specific page which we just created. It's quite easy and quite straightforward. Once again, if you want to change the order, it's as simple as dragging and dropping, just keeping in mind that if you indent something, it will become a submenu of the item above it. So we'll keep that as it is. Physio, chiropractic, remedial, and sports rehabilitation. Save menu. Go back to your home page, and there it is. Our services: physio, chiropractic, remedial massage, sports rehabilitation. And it's absolutely as easy as that. It is so simple yet so effective. That concludes the section about setting up your own content and also the menus. So feel free to think about and add whatever is needed for your business, and obviously use what we have given you just then as a guide to setting up your pages and your menus. Now let's go to the next section. The next thing on our to-do list, at the bottom of the page, I want to create 4 boxes. One which has a social widget, then another contact box, then perhaps a About Us box, and finally a disclaimer. It just adds a bit of depth to the site, so I like doing that. It's up to you whether you want to or not, but here's how to do that. Go back up into your dashboard, down to Appearance, Widgets, and we'll use this footer over here. So drag the Black Studio widget over there. The first one we'll call Connect with Us. Save. The second one we'll call Contact Us. About Us. And finally a disclaimer. Just so you know what that will look like, I'll refresh the page. And there it is there. The 4 boxes. Now we can put whatever information we need in each of those boxes, and you're free to decide whether you want to use this or you don't. It's totally up to you. Actually, one edit that I'm going to make is I'm going to delete this Connect with Us box and use this instead, Vantage Social Media, and drag that up there. Title that Connect with Us. Here you can enter your Facebook page URL. I'll just enter facebook.com for now. You'll obviously enter your own URL. And you can enter your Twitter feed URL /# and your Google Plus URL. Tick the Open in New Window box. I'll show you what that looks like. There you go. At the bottom of the page we've got a Facebook icon, a Twitter icon and a Google Plus icon. So you can connect each one of these with your own social media account. And when a user clicks, it will take them to a new page. It won't open in the same window, so they can come back to your site and keep reading. Okay, let's fill in the details for the other boxes. Contact us. For more information, please call or email save about us. Save. And there we go. If we refresh the page now, you can see that our website looks more complete with these little footer boxes, and it just gives the user a little more information and also adds to the overall professional look and feel of your website. So feel free to use them however you like. Once again, the order can be changed just by dragging and dropping like so. There you go, it's as easy as that. So the next thing we're going to work on is to change these images to put our own images up there. Now, a couple of ideas to get your own images would be to take a couple of photos of your shop or your products or services, whatever you think will be fine. The first step is to just click on the link below this video. It will take you to a page on our website. We'll need to download the MetaSlider plugin. Once again, this is not something I've developed. I've just made it available to download off my website. So click on that, save file. I'll save it to my desktop. Go back to your dashboard. Click on plugins, add new, upload, browse, and we want to upload that MetaSlider plugin. Open. And activate. After that's done, this MetaSlider tab will become available. So click on that. Create your first slideshow. In the settings on the right hand side, change theme to Vantage. Change width to 1080. Leave the height as 300 and click Save. If you scroll down, you'll see there are a number of settings which I'm not going to go through, but one common one that you may want to alter is the slide delay. That's the amount of time that each slide is displayed before the next one. So go back up the top and add slide. Upload. And here you can drag and drop your images from your computer. So I'm just going to select them, which are on my other screen, and drop it in there. Wait till they all upload. And click Add to Slider. Once again, click Save. Then we need to go into Appearance, Theme Settings, Home. In the drop down menu you'll see the new slider come up. It's the one we've just created, so select that. If you enter a different name for your new slider, that would come up, and click Save Settings. Now let's have a look at our website. There we go, easy. That looks absolutely perfect. If you want to change the order of your slides, simply go back into your dashboard, click the MetaSlider tab, and drag and drop these wherever you want, and then hit Save. Similarly, if you want to change the height, you can do that. For example, we'll change this to 400, save. To refresh our website. As you can see, the slider height has increased and the slide's order has changed as required. There you go, and that's the website so far. The next thing we'll do is add our business logo. I've got 3 logos that I will make available on our website after this video. I'll just quickly show them to you right now. There's the first one, second, and third. I'll make these 3 available for you to use after uploading this video. However, feel free to get your own logo made. Just keep in mind that it must be a transparent PNG. That means it must have a transparent background and not a white background. Otherwise, the color on our website and the background of your logo might be slightly different and you'll see a box around it. That's why it needs to be transparent, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. I'm going to use a service called Pixlr. So just go to Google and type in pixlr.com, Pixlr editor, open image from computer, and I'm just going to use the first sample that I showed you. All I need to do now is add our business name, so Jim's Physiotherapy. I'll select a different font. That will do, and decrease size. And might just italic that as well. Also, you can change the color. Let's go with a dark green. That will do. Press OK. OK. And you can now crop this excess off here. So go over to the crop tool. Select your area you want to keep and hit enter. Now you see how the background has squares. That means that it is a transparent background as opposed to a white background. A white background will look a bit odd on the website when you upload because the colors won't be exactly identical, therefore you'll see a box around the logo. That's why a transparent background is essential. So regardless of if you want to use one of these templates or if you go and get your own logo made, just ensure that it's a transparent background, otherwise known as a transparent PNG. So I'll just save this logo now as a PNG transparent. And I'll save it on my desktop. And that's done for creating the logo. Now just go back to the dashboard, Appearance, Theme Settings, Logo, choose Image, Upload Files, and you can drag and drop the logo we just created from your computer. That will upload, and then click Set Logo and Save Settings. Now if we have a look at our website, that should be updated. And there it is. As you can see, it blends in perfectly with the background color of this part of this section of our website. And that's it for creating your logo. Now our website is pretty much finished. I'll quickly show you a couple of design options that you have. If you go to Appearance, Theme Settings, under Logo, the header text here appears on your website over here, so you can change that however you like, or you can delete that completely. Under Layout, if responsive layout is enabled, it will basically scale the layout for smaller screens. So to show you what I mean here, I'll just drag this screen. See how everything adjusts to cater for a smaller screen size, including the menu and also images. That's particularly helpful if people are viewing your website from a mobile device. Layout bound, currently it's set to full width. If I was to set it to boxed, this is what it would look like. There you go. There's obviously a border around the website, so it's up to you whether you want the wide layout or the boxed layout. And of course, if any widgets do break the boundaries, you can always go back and reduce its dimensions as I showed you earlier in this video. For now, I'll leave this as a full width layout just due to personal preference. Now skip to navigation. If sticky menu is enabled, that will hold the menu regardless of where you scroll on the website. See how when we scroll down there, this menu remains on top? And I personally really like that feature. It looks really nice and it's really good as far as user experience goes, so I'll leave that selected. And if you were to deselect that, obviously when you scroll down, it would not move along with your screen. The search in menu option, if that is enabled, this little search icon will become active and a user can search for any information on your website. Otherwise you can disable that and that will just disappear. The display scroll to top option, what that does is put a little icon on the bottom right hand side of your screen so that no matter where you are on the screen, a user can click that to go straight to the top of the website. And that's it. All the other options are irrelevant to our website, so we will not discuss that in this tutorial. Before we wrap up this video, I'm just going to make a couple of small tweaks. I'm going to add a social widget up the top as well, and I'll also change this image around just out of personal preference. Under themes, widgets, and obviously you would put in your own social media pages once you've set them up. And there we go, that looks a lot better now. The next thing I'm going to do is just change an image in our welcome page. All done. That's all there is to it. We've just helped you build a website from scratch, from beginning to end, step by step. And it's a kind of website that you could easily pay thousands of dollars for via a web agency. So well done on getting through to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And finally, we'd love your feedback on a couple of things. Firstly, do you have any suggestions for us, and what videos would you like us to make in the future? Also, did you find this particular video easy to follow along? And is your website up and running right now? Please tell us in the comments below. If you have any other questions, don't be afraid to contact us through our website, eMediaCoach.com, or ask your questions in the comments below, because the chances are there are a number of other people who have the exact same question. We're currently in the process of putting out a bunch of tutorials to help your business, so therefore don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button and watch our other videos. Thanks very much for watching.